1.
Hey, welcome to the first official video vlog of the Keith Ashley Show. I'm here with the man who got me in the business, the one, the only WWE Hall of Famer, handsome Jimmy, the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant. Say a little something to the crowd, baby.
Brother, man, I'll tell you something. Outlaw lover, man, I'll tell you something. I'm a big fan of yours. I tell you, man, I swear. Yeah, I did. I trained you. I broke you in. I did it all. But look what you're doing. Hey, for 20-something years now, brother, man, you just took over. I had you and Bruiser on the road with me early. I mean, early. You were weaned on the road.
Yeah, that's
man.
where we learned it from.
You bet, sir. And I'll tell you something. But you just parlayed it. Beyond. I can't believe what you're doing now. You're booking for Bruiser. You're booking now. For the rest of the state of Virginia. Up in Richmond, your hometown, and. You're just doing it all, son. Not only booking, but of course, you're still performing and you're training, and you're, you got a beautiful, lady. She's,
Oh yeah, lovely Shannon, the Ginger Beast.
Oh, you bet. Oh, the greatest, man. I tell you, and what a career she has. Also,
Learning the right way too.
You bet, the right way. The only way. And it's something. You're like my son, chip off the old block. I'm so proud of you, man.
That's because we love you, baby.
Oh, I love you, and we're giving not only Shannon, a degree from BWC this coming September in 2019, but we're honoring your mom.
Yeah, my mom was a big lover of the business. She was watching wrestling since late 50s, early 60s. She remembers you and Bruno and Argentina Rocca and Gorilla, all from Sunnyside Gardens, and even little did we know that she was watching Hamburg, where I had my first experience in wrestling in August, my first year in the business. We wrestled for Pennsylvania Championship Wrestling, so Boogie get into their Hall of Fame. I mean, that was one of those, damn, Bruno's here. This was a name that I heard my whole life as a kid. My granddad's favorite wrestler, my uncles and aunts, they all loved Bruno. They liked the Valiants, they always loved Gorilla, they loved Rocky Johnson was one of the original ones that they liked. They liked what was it? Pedro Morales. They liked Mr. Fuji.
Victor Rivera.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness. Yeah, Fuji. Tanaka. Oh my goodness. So many great superstars that came out. Chief J. Strongbow. Oh man, you could go on and on. And of course this was for Vince McMahon Sr. and this was something, but we're giving, Valerie, her time in the light, which she should have been for so many years. And, not only the people don't know it, what she did for the camp, what she did for
doing the fan club, the promotional stuff, and all the stuff.
Oh my goodness, the fan club, and not only the fan club, the president, you and her, co-anchored that, but you did the Boogie newsletter.
The newsletter, the websites, everywhere.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, we had people in Japan, Africa, Saudi Arabia. We had them all over the place.
You bet, and so we really want to really honor her. Of course, with your lovely diva, and this is something where on the banner, this is going to be our 26th graduation. Keith,
which we're very happy for all these years.
And yes, you bet. And not only your name is on there 20-something years ago. Now your mom and your valet, your lady of your life is on there. So, but they're going to be right across from each other. And you're going to come in not only when your lady gets her diploma, then you're going to receive your mother's. It's just
something good for the family.
Something good, and you can put that in your office right next to yours, and of course, and it just be it's history, man. History making.
Yeah, with all the people talking about like how the NXT has the training schools, and there's a couple other ones that people talk about, like they still about the Hearts and all that. People always wonder how you got your start. How did you get into the business?
Yeah, I started out, I was very fortunate, right place, right time, and I just came out of high school, man, and I was into bodybuilding, working out, man, and I hooked up with some gymnasiums, the Acres, and the owner of the Acres in Kansas City, Illinois, and which I was raised in Hammond, Indiana, which is right across the line.
Chicagoland.
Exactly, right on Lake Michigan, so I was there, and I was managing his club, his health club called the Acres, and he was an old time wrestler, and Nikolai Volkov, not the Nikolai Volkov,
the original Volkov.
Exactly, yeah. In the '70s, they teamed up. God bless, he just passed to that Nikolai, and of course the Nikolai that trained me and Boris Volkov trained me. They're both in the big ring in the sky too. But God bless them. But they were hot in the '40s and '50s, and these were the original Volkov brothers. Before Nikolai, but the thing is, I was there, and they started wrestling again because Nikolai Volkov, the original, his name is Steve Gobb, and he was from New Jersey, and he was a Olympic lifter, man. He went to the Olympics, yes, and he broke some records, and just like Ken Patera did, years later.
Like Patera, and then Mark Henry now.
You bet. He's very strong, and then of course Boris was my boss, and Boris, his name was Frank Zila, and so he these are the two that trained me, and I was just right place, right time. He says, hey, Jimmy, you got to do this. You're young, you're good looking, you got nice hair, good body. They're telling me everything that I got.
Look, and this is good. You're going to be good for this.
Yeah. So she says, this will be good for you, and so hey, he's my boss, and hey, I'm managing this club. He said, I'll train you, and so he trained me, and it was all completely different. There was no camp like we have.
Yeah, it was all on-the-job training. So
exactly, and that's some of the best, and you couldn't be a wise guy, Keith. You couldn't be thought you knew it all.
Yeah, you couldn't be like, now they have the smart marks that when they go to a training camp think they know everything known to man, and oh yeah, I can do this move, that move. Oh, I'll do 10 backflips and 2 cartwheels and roll that into a power bomb. And we don't particularly appreciate that now because it's kind of disrespectful. But back then, that was that was taboo.
These guys would break your leg, man.
They'd stretch you and then some.
You'd be running out of there with your tail between your legs like a scalded dog, and just yelping, and you wouldn't have a chance. In other words, so you couldn't be a wise guy. You had to be, with the program, be respectable, and you do even today. Hey, I mean, they broke Hulk Hogan's leg, brother.
Yeah, that's the old story. Him and Hiro Masuda were down in Florida. Let's see if this guy really wants to be a worker. Put him in an ankle lock, reach back, pop the shin.
Exactly. So these guys, and they were the real deal, man. They had the 20-something. They had the big cauliflower ears. I mean, they looked the part, brother, and they were the part.
Oh yeah.
And so if you was a wise guy, you wouldn't have a chance. But if you showed them respect and tried and really wanted to do it.
And you had the heart for it.
Exactly. They'd take you under their wing, and then they would actually train you on the job, like you said, on the job training. And so within 2 weeks, man, I was wrestling, and it's unheard of,
Yeah, now,
and of course,
at least 6 months.
6 months, man. It takes 5 years, even today. Yeah. And I couldn't tie my shoes, but I was in there.
Yeah.
But they would spend time with me, and then we get to the house shows. Not TV. TV, man, they did beat me. They beat me in 30 seconds, and this is how we were raised. We go do TV, and I go TV in Detroit. I'd go in Minnesota, and I'd go to Detroit, Indianapolis, Chicago. I'd go do TV in Missouri.
Yeah.
Everywhere I went, they beat me, man. For years, brother. This is how we learned.
Yeah.
But then they gave me house shows during the week, and during the week, then they let me get time in.
Yeah, learn more moves, do some spots, chain stuff together.
Yeah, man, they'd work with me and just control me, and man, I didn't even know what I was doing. Man, all of a sudden I got a hold on the guy. how did that happen? You know,
Yeah, because it's like they would say, it's like a dance.
it is, of course. You know,
If you got somebody that's good leading you, they're going to teach you.
right. But you know, Keith, just like you know, once you get in and you get hooked, man, ain't the only thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
I've never had another job, and this is 53 years.
Yeah, and
now.
it's in the blood. Once it's in the blood, it's in the blood. You're not.
I
It's
started
going to
wre-
be your thing.
Started wrestling in 1964, you know, if God lets me, I'm gonna go 2 more years, and then that'll be even 50, 60. Let me see. 53, 55 years I've been wrestling. Will be if God lets me, and there'll be 7 decades.
Yeah, which would be the first, except for Mae Young. But I think they said she actually took some time off in the 80s, but it was just like, oh, she wrestled once or twice, so it counted as being an X amount of times.
Sure.
But this man's still going out every week,
Weekly.
doing shots like he did in the 60s and all through the late 2000s and 90s and 80s. This man's never missed shots, which is where I have my, what some people would say is horrible etiquette, don't miss a shot. I've only missed 2 shots, and one was because of a car issue, and the other one was because of my mom passing. And that's since 99. That's the only shots I've missed. I always got Boogie's work ethic.
You bet. You know, and I tell you, Keith, again, I'm so proud of you, son, and you know everything you do. You know, and you got your hands in everything.
Yeah,
you know,
I try to.
Even this program. Here,
Yeah, I try to get it in every aspect of our business because, like we always say, once you get in it and you love it, which 99.9% of us do love it, it's going to be with you forever. I mean, especially all of us that grew up watching it and grew up liking it, it's definitely going to be with you. I mean, you hear so many people, like even the podcast that we listen to, you hear Cornette, they'll mention Boogie when they say, oh, this man, just recently, Cornette had his podcast, and they said, what wrestlers do you think could have worked in any of the decades from the 40s, 50s, from the Luthez era, to the 70s, 80s with Dusty and Flair, to the 90s with Stone Cold and Rock, to the current day, and the first name he mentioned was Boogie, because he said, oh, he always got over whether it was the handsome Jimmy character, which was, oh, we're the smoke pretty boys, we're from New York, we're in the Midwest right now, and we're just going to be bop, 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 and oh, baby, and him and Johnny were working the crowd, and then up to the 80s, he transformed into Boogie Woogie Man, and that got over. I mean, you could literally picture your characters in any of the generations with any of the workers now, and you can see, like, Dolph Ziggler has a little bit of that handsome Jimmy in him. Some of the other guys have a little bit of the Boogie Woogie Man gimmick in them. I mean, and when Tyson was talking a couple of months ago again about saying when they were having the anniversary of when he was a special guest referee for Austin and Michaels, who was your favorite wrestler growing up? Oh, Valiant Brothers. They taught me to be the character I was, always trying to be a little showboaty, but always kicking ass at the same time. And I mean, you got all these people saying that this man can literally, in my opinion, be fit into any decade.
Well, thank you for the kind words, man. You know, and I could honestly say the same about you, my man. You know, I'm so proud of you. And you know, how about the outfit that your diva's got on? You know?
Oh, she's got beautiful gear done by the lovely Miss Angel, Boogie's wife of, what, 28 years? 28 years now?
And yes, Angel's wrestling wear, and she's going on her almost 20th year doing this, and oh my goodness.
It's all custom made. You have a design in your head, show it to Angel, she'll make it for you. Any materials you like, any colors you like, styles, guys, girls, kids, masks, you name it, Angel can make it for you.
Check it out. It's jimmyvaliant.weebly, WEEBLY.com. Now there's 2 dots there. Jimmy Valiant, one word, .weebly.com. jimmyvaliant.weebly.com. And not only Angel's wrestling wear, you can see in all her outfits, man. She does robes, masks, she does the singlets, she does trunks, you know, of course, you know,
Kick
capes,
pads, elbow pad
masks,
covers, you name it.
Yes.
You want to look like a star, Angel can make it that way. And that's another thing I learned from being on the road with people like Boogie, and we were with Lawler and Dundee and Bobby Eaton, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, all these guys that we were on the road with. Some of the best knowledge you get not only is in the camp like BWC, where you learn all the spots and your moves and the ring psychology, but you also learn how to think like it and act like a wrestler and be a wrestler, so to speak. You learn that you want to look like a star, dress like a star. If you have the right gear that suits your persona and your gimmick, you're going to be that gimmick. You have to feel it. I mean, you can just tell by Boogie, he feels it all the time. He's always, woo, mercy. He is the Boogie Woogie Man. And if you really think about it, some of the things that a lot of the guys from now coming up don't have is that car knowledge, so to speak. Those 24-hour rides from here to Texas, just hearing the stories of how you guys did it in the start and how it would help us and how, oh, this is how you do a match this way and how you feel it and how you work the crowd. I mean, that's what some people miss. And if you do get a chance to want to be a wrestler, you can come here to BWC and you will learn that. Not only the ring stuff, but just the knowledge in this man's brain right here is enough to write 10 books. And by the way, he does have a book. It's available at the camp. You can get it signed. It's called Woo Mercy.
It's called Welcome to My World, the Jimmy Valiant story. It says, Woo, Mercy Daddy. And it weighs 3 pounds, man, Keith, you know. And, hey, brother, it's almost 600 pages. And I talk about his lovely mother, of course, in there. And, of course, Keith, man, I got, you know, a lot of stuff we did together and about Keith and Bruiser when we were on the road just at a young age. I mean, again, he cut his teeth on the road, you know, and so everything's there at JimmyValiant.com. You can check the camp out. You can check out Angel Wrestling.
Really, the new cool T-shirts.
Oh my goodness, everything's there, you know, and or you can email me personally at JimmyValiant@outlook.com. Jimmy Valiant, one word, @outlook.com. Jimmy Valiant @outlook.com. And then I'll write you right back. Now, I don't know how, hey, I'm old school, man. I don't know how to turn a computer on. I can't hit no buttons, man. I'm half blind. I'm half, you know, whatever the deal is. But my wife, my lovely wife, Angel, when you get a message, it is from me. Because she types and I tell them what I want to tell you, and then we write back and forth. So you can either go that way or go through the Weebly site. But also, you know, Keith, it's like just come here, you know, any Sunday. And
yes. Every Sunday, 365 days a year, holidays, every Sunday from 12 to 4. Jimmy Valiant is here.
It's all free. All guests are free. Just come. We got a Hall of Fame museum. Thousands of pictures, thousands. This is just one room, y'all. We got a Hall of Fame, we got a museum, we got everything here. You think you're hearing a little thunder here. Hey, it's sun shining now, but the boys are working out right now, and we should get back in, Keith, and get them going again. And we're having camp at this moment, and I just love to just visit with you all, man, forever, man. But hey, come see me. I want a hug, man. Hey, man, just come see me. Bring Boogie Woogie Man a biscuit, man. Woo, Mr. Daddy. I'll tell my people, all my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Mr. Keith Ashley, the outlaw lover, when he does his stuff right there on this TV thing going on now. Check it out, baby. I love you, Keith.
Love you, Boog. Thank you for watching this first premiere episode of the Keith Ashley Show vlog. From myself, the lovely Miss Shannon.
Hey.
And the one, the only handsome Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant. See y'all next time.